Good afternoon from AlphaCars. My name is Tom, coming to you from our Northampton location, and today we're going to be taking a look at this 2017 Porsche Macan. This Macan is currently showing just over 77,000 original miles, and if you would like to see a high-resolution detailed photo set, please reference the listing at alphacars.com. There, of course, you will also find a free included Carfax report, alongside a long list of technical data related to the vehicle's remaining tire and brake life, as well as individual readings from each panel using our paint depth gauge. But today I'll take you on a quick condition overview around both the interior and the exterior, as well as going over some of the more notable features. So starting here on the exterior, we find this brilliant white paint scheme, beautifully contrasted with all of these piano black accents. We see it starting here with this nice spoiler extension just over the rear hatch. We have those nice satin black roof rails, and the piano black accents carrying all around the window surrounds and on the pillars themselves. Lastly, we also have this nice black accent piece there on the lower portion of the door. Looking at these wheels, they're in beautiful condition. They look just about factory fresh to my eye. You can see that nice split 5-spoke design with that metallic silver finish. It all presents beautifully. Looking here at the front, it looks just the same. Very, very nice condition, and you can see those big brake rotors hiding behind the wheels just there. Now, as we make our way to the front fascia of the Macan, a few things to note. The first being that this entire front end is wrapped in a PPF, or a paint protection film. You can see it all presents beautifully, very nice glossy quality, no hazing whatsoever. You can see the start of the film just there with that little corner and that seam, and it carries all the way to this seam and across the entire front of the hood and on the bumper cover itself, as evident by those seams just there, which is a wonderful thing. We can see the headlight lenses are crystal clear, not showing any signs of scratching or oxidation. And the small imperfection that we can find appears to be limited only to the PPF itself, so that did exactly what it should do. It saved the underlying paint, any damage from, let's say, a rock or whatever it could be. But looking at the front bumper cover otherwise, it seems to present beautifully. You can see no rock chips and no further damage to the PPF itself. And here on this side of the hood, it looks beautiful just the same. And that takes us here to the passenger side, where we'll start with another wheel in absolutely gorgeous condition, and working our way down the side of the vehicle, looking for any dings, dents, or scratches. You can see that looks great as well. Looking here finally at the rear wheel, that looks very, very nice. No issues to report there either. And that brings us here to the rear of the vehicle. Looking at these taillight lenses, very, very nice condition, crystal clear, and a very cool design. I love the chrome badging there, the Porsche and Macan script across the hatch. As I mentioned before, beautiful spoiler panel, and that paint is all in great shape. And on the lower portion, we have this nice black plastic diffuser panel flanked by two very wide silver exhaust outlets. And before we make our way inside, I do believe I neglected to go very close here to this panel on the driver's side, looking for any dings, dents, or irregularities in that light reflection. And as you can see, except for this very small ding just behind the door, it all looks very, very nice here on the driver's side as well. So next up, let's make our way inside, where we'll find that contrast carries right to the interior with this beautiful black and silver finish. Looking at the driver's seat, beautiful condition, almost zero wear to report here. It looks very nice. And as you would expect, the passenger seat is in even nicer condition. We'll make our way inside. Door panel looks great as well, with that nice piano black trim with the silver accents. I'll waste no time firing it up. The key is this fob just here on my left. Fires right up with zero hesitation. As you can see, no warning lights present in the dashboard. Looking across the dash itself, very, very nice condition, and that beautiful analog clock just there in the center. Steering wheel is stunning with that nice silver interior with that 3-spoke design. You can see all of the switches look great. Those nice silver gear selector paddles look great as well. Design there in the center, of course, that iconic Porsche emblem. And I think this is just one of the best looking wheel designs in this segment. You can see beautiful leather wrapped steering wheel with very thick areas to hold. It feels very sporty, and the steering feel is incredible Amongst other small SUVs, I believe the Macan reigns supreme as far as steering feel and engagement. Gauge cluster looks great. You have 2 traditional gauges on the left and 1 adjustable on the right using this screen. You can select various different functions, including a full color navigation display, which is very cool, but I like to leave it on the critical vehicle information, and that's all customizable. Looking here at this center screen, as I throw it in reverse, we'll find a nice high-resolution reverse camera. Looking a bit further across, nice piano black trim, matching those accents that we saw elsewhere on the vehicle. Another beautiful door card there on the passenger side. All of your controls under that screen look great as well. Just under this cover, we do have your disc input, your SD cards, as well as your SIM card. And that brings us here to the center console and the center control stack. You can see all of your climate controls here on my side, controlling the driver's side controls, like your heated and ventilated seats. And that's mimicked over here on the passenger side, and they all look great and function exactly as they should. Some general vehicle controls just there, as well as this beautiful gear selector with that leather boot, which looks fantastic, as well as your small Macan badge just there ahead of your electric parking brake. You have this small bit of storage under this cover, as well as a small power outlet, and some cup holders just ahead of your center console armrest and storage. You can see the center controls up here look fantastic, and I will, with one touch, open up this entire panoramic glass roof, which looks beautiful. I always open and close all of these panels to show they function exactly as intended. It can be half pressed for fine adjustment or double pressed, as I just did, for a complete automatic powered shade, which is fantastic. So next up, let's take a look under the hood and see what powers this particular Porsche Macan. I'll meet you there. All right, so now we're here under the hood of the Porsche Macan, taking a look at this pretty interesting arrangement here. As you can see, the headlights have these cutouts within the hood, and yet they stay just down here, fully exposed with the hood up, and you can see they're still in brilliant condition. You get a really nice view of those headlights, especially with those daytime running lights on. They look phenomenal. But let's get down to condition here under the hood. You can see all of the plastic panels surrounding the engine bay look phenomenal, very, very clean. You can see the painted portions, like those strut towers on either side, have a beautiful finish, and that heat shield just behind the engine itself has held up beautifully well. You can see reservoirs nice and clear with the proper amount of fluid. Air filters look nice as well. It's all easily seen when looking around this engine bay because, of course, Porsche fits the Macan with a variety of different powertrains, and this 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder takes up the least room, so you get a really nice view. Now, this particular 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder produces around 252 horsepower and 273 pound-feet of torque. And when paired with the beautiful transmission we have here in the Macan, it delivers power really punchy and down low in the RPM range. And with those short, snappy gears, you really have a gear for any occasion, whether you're on the highway trying to accelerate to overtake or just accelerate away from a stoplight. It all feels very nice, and because it's a Porsche Macan, it has a really interesting way of making very average daily driving feel quite sporty and engaging. Porsche never ignores driving dynamics, even in their smaller SUVs. So taking a look here at the second row of seating, very, very nice layout back here. Those seats are in wonderful condition. Door cards look great, just as they do in the front. And sitting behind myself as a 6'4" adult, you can see I have the driver's seat in a very relaxed driving position. It's very far back from the wheel and reclined nicely. And sitting here, I have plenty of room. I also have these climate control vents as well as dual heated seats, which is just wonderful to have for your second row occupants. Also, despite the beautiful sporty design with that sloping roofline, no issues with headroom either. So you may look here at the back and wonder how you open up this rear hatch, and it's actually quite well engineered. It's this small button hidden just there. So one touch, it's going to lift right up and expose this nice roomy storage area here in the back. I'll clear this little passenger out. As you can see, carpeting looks great. We do have these original rubber floor mats and the large rubber mat protecting the trunk floor itself. Those seats in the second row can be dropped down to expand storage space if necessary, and it's actually quite a roomy area here in the back. Also, one-touch operation is going to drop that hatch right back down, or it finds its home nicely. So if you have any further questions related to this gorgeous 2017 Macan, please reference the listing at alphacars.com, and there you will find all of the relevant contact information. Thank you so much for your time, and have a wonderful rest of your day. We hope to hear from you soon. Thank you from AlphaCars.